Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar or watching the recording of today's webinar. My name is Rachel Barrington. I am the Trent ESL Summer Programs Coordinator, and I am here today to deliver some information about one of our ESL summer programs, the Business and Entrepreneurship program. At Trent University, we are offering 6 different ESL summer programs, with 5 of them having professional focus, 1 of them offered as a summer camp for teens, and the Trent English for Business and Entrepreneurship program is one of those professional programs. So I'm going to give a brief overview of the program, try to answer some of the frequently asked questions that we have about the program, and hopefully provide a little bit of the experience of what the program might be like if you're a prospective student, if you're interested in the program, if you're an agent or a guidance counselor that has students that are looking for a program like this. I hope that I can provide a little bit more information so you have a better understanding of how our program operates. I have a PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to share here. And there we go. So again, my name is Rachel and I'm the ESL Summer Programs Coordinator. You may have worked with or spoken with Glenda Fish, who's my manager, who is the operations and academic manager, and she has been fundamental to establishing and operating this program in the past. So as I mentioned, I'm going to cover an overview of the program, some of the specifics of the course content, the experiential learning aspect of the program. I'll talk a little bit about studying at Trent University in Peterborough and why that is such a great choice. And then we'll see some feedback from previous participants of the course, and then we'll talk about some of the logistics towards the end.
Hi, I'm Rachel Barrington, the Trent ESL Summer Programs Coordinator. I'm so excited to be coordinating the Trent ESL Summer Programs at the university this year, including the English for Business and Entrepreneurship program. This immersive experiential program is for students and professionals with the goal of learning and improving their English skills in a business-oriented context. While there is no required English proficiency level to enter the program, we recommend a level of 5.0 based on the IELTS system. Students will have ESL classes on campus with qualified, experienced instructors. Students will have the opportunity to study Canadian business and commerce. Course topics may include human resources, marketing, management, sales, advertising, and marketing. Course instructors aim to tailor specific course content to the interests and experiences of the students to ensure that students are able to successfully apply their English skills to their careers.
All right, so in that overview, I mentioned a few important things. The first thing being the opportunity for course instructors to tailor specific content. And that's something that sets our program apart. Dealing with Trent as a small university with smaller classes, we have the opportunity to apply some flexibility to each program. So depending on the group of students that we get enrolled in the English for Business program and their background and their experience and whether they're working professionals or whether they're students, every group of students is different and will have different interests and experiences. And our course instructors are very flexible and open to tailoring their content to match the needs and the wants of each cohort of students. And that's something we also try to apply to our experiential learning opportunities in the program. So we really believe that these experiential learning opportunities are a very engaging way to help students learn, a very immersive environment on field trips, communicating only in English. And we do have class excursions where we meet and learn from a variety of local business professionals, definitely including some entrepreneurs in that roster. Also, these experts may include professors from the Trent School of Business. We may visit local businesses that range in size from a small mom and pop cafe to a large scale food manufacturing plant, which we have a couple in Peterborough. Peterborough is a very interesting city because it's a small city that has a broad range of business opportunities, from small local boutiques to large scale industrial manufacturing operations. So there's a variety of business types that we can incorporate into our program, and we try to tailor the specific interests, as I said, of our classes to opportunities that best match their interests and their desires to learn more. Here's an example of what a typical schedule might look like. You might have seen this in the brochure for the program. So in the mornings, students study on campus with Trent ESL instructors who are teaching the content of the English for Business class. So with primary roots in ESL instruction, but targeted and tailored to business scenarios, business vocabulary, business pronunciation, all things that the students can take with them and apply outside of this course throughout their life. In the afternoons is when we get those experiential opportunities, whether it's guest speakers coming in and doing workshops with the students, or taking them out of the university environment to go visit or tour a local business or hear about an entrepreneur's experience in Canadian business. You'll see that there are some free afternoons there, and it should be noted that this is a professional course and that students will be assigned coursework that they will need to complete outside of their English for Business class time. So there is some time allocated for them to do their homework as well. And something that's very important to consider is that people traveling internationally to take an ESL course are not solely interested in learning in the classroom, but it's the whole experience of experiencing Canadian culture, exploring the local city, trying the food, visiting the sites. And so we want to make sure that we can help support students that want to sightsee and explore and become immersed in the local culture as best we can. So by providing them some time to do that, and also providing them support and ideas and helping them arrange things to do or provide some directions and things like that, is all things that are very important to creating a great experience for our students. So speaking of experiences and free time, this is a map of Southern Ontario. Peterborough is located where the red arrow is, and you can see that we are kind of in the middle of Toronto and Ottawa. Both easily accessible for weekend trips and sightseeing, both accessible by bus routes. But you don't need to leave the city of Peterborough to have a great time while you're studying here. Peterborough is a small city, but it's a very vibrant city. It's a welcoming city, friendly city. It's a great place for someone to come and experience authentic Canadian culture. There's all kinds of things that happen in the summertime in Peterborough. There's a series of free concerts that the city provides. You can see in the top left photo there, that's one of the concerts. They're every Wednesday and Saturday for the whole summer. They're totally free, and they are a great way to get out and involved in the community and be part of that music festival and hear some wonderful music. There's all kinds of different street festivals that happen throughout the summer. There's approximately 70 restaurants in Peterborough's downtown. So there's there's food from every culture represented here. Lots of great places to experience all kinds of food, including authentic Canadian food. There's lots of outdoor recreation opportunities in Peterborough. The Otonabee River flows through the city of Peterborough and through Trent campus as well. So there's lots of opportunity to learn to paddle a canoe or a kayak or observe wildlife. Trent campus has 30 kilometers of hiking trails. That's just on campus. There's so many more in the city. So lots of opportunity for people to get out and be immersed in nature and experience the Canadian environment. The city has a zoo that is completely free. It's a city park. It's within walking distance from campus, and it's a great attraction as well. And of course, there is a diverse community of all kinds of different cultures represented in Peterborough, and including local Indigenous and First Nations culture. So there's public events to be able to go and learn about Indigenous culture if that's something that students are interested in learning about. All right, so next we'll see a little bit of footage of campus. This is Trent University's Simons campus in beautiful campus. It is 1,400 acres large, but most of that land is green space. It's forests, wetlands, rock climbing wall, and an indoor rowing tank. So complete access for students enrolled in any of those programs. Here are some testimonials from past students in the program. We've got lots of great feedback from students, lots of positive feedback from past students, lots of students commenting on the competency and the skill and the welcoming nature of the instructors, as well as the course content. Lots of comments about students' confidence from the beginning of the program to the end of the program, and how much their confidence level using English professionally was increased throughout the program. And that's really what the program is about. So we're happy to brag about our positive feedback a little bit. Now, some of the logistics of the program, here we have the pricing. So there are 2 different pricing options that is dependent on what type of accommodation students choose. So there's the option for homestay accommodation. That's organized through the Canada Homestay Network. We will have a webinar in a couple of weeks focused on the different accommodation options, and we will have a representative from Canada Homestay Network here to comment and answer questions about that. But there's also the option to stay on campus in the university residence as well. So in those prices, everything you see listed there is included in the prices. So that includes airport shuttle pickup and drop off at the beginning and end of the program. We have all of our students complete a proficiency test at the beginning of the program and again at the end of the program to measure their improvement throughout the weeks that they spend in the course. And that's something that's really important because it allows students to quantify and to see their improvement on paper. This pricing obviously includes all of the courses, instruction, field trips, guest speakers, any workshops that are related to the course, as well as accommodation and all meals. Additionally, as I mentioned, students have full access to the campus athletics center and facilities, as well as a local transit pass so that they can freely travel throughout the city. And the university health insurance plan is also included for students in the program. But do know that flights are not included and that students are responsible for the booking of their own flights. Speaking of which, we request that students book their flights on the day prior to the beginning of the program and the departure the day after the end of the program to allow for that airport shuttle service. And here are the dates in July 2020 that the program will be running. If you are interested in applying, the deadline to apply for this program is May 1st. At that time, also a 50% deposit is due to secure a student's place in the program. Please connect with me if you have any further questions about this program or any of our other Trent ESL summer programs. My contact information is there. I've provided a link to the English for Business and Entrepreneurship web page. But please, if there's any questions, feel free to reach out. I would love to connect with you. Now, in the upcoming weeks, we will be having webinars for each of the 6 programs that are offered. And then, as I mentioned, we will be having a webinar on accommodations. So if you're a prospective student or an applicant and you're curious to know more about accommodation options, stick around for that webinar as well. Thank you very much for attending today's webinar or watching the recording. And please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or interests further in the program. I would be happy to work with you. All right. That's all I have. Great. Okay, thanks everyone. Enjoy your day. Bye.